operators are standing by.
Hello?
At 800-222-5222.
Go ahead. Say it.
790 KABC.
Smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. Backstabbers.
837 Talk Radio 790 KABC at 10 o'clock this morning. Peter Tilden, we will be taking the O.J. Simpson parole hearing live. Why? Because we're in L.A., and that's what we do. Joining us right now to talk about this, the conventional wisdom says, and Leo Torella was on with us earlier, he said absolutely the parole board is going to let the juice loose. Our next guest has a differing point of view, and we wanted to hear from him, legal analyst, attorney, Brian Claypool. Brian, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Good, Doug. Nice being back.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, listen, before we get started, I just drove over here. I've got an appearance on Fox at 11, National Fox. I swear I might have been hallucinating, but I thought I saw a white Bronco
Yeah.
on the 10 freeway. And I think I'm out here. Have you committed another crime?
Just practicing, just in case.
Right.
So you don't believe, or let's put it this way, I don't put words in your mouth, but you think it's entirely possible the parole board will not let O.J. Simpson out. Why?
Look, if this parole board does its job instead of cowering to public pressure, it should not allow O.J. Simpson to be paroled for a couple of reasons, two big reasons. Number one, this is a multiple conviction. It's not as if O.J. was convicted of one crime. He was sentenced to 9 to 33 years, and now they're letting him out on the minimum of 9 years. Yeah, what was it, 4 or 5 serious felony convictions, including assault with a deadly weapon, enhancement with a deadly weapon, kidnapping, armed robbery, multiple convictions. So in my opinion, if this parole board looks at the gravity of all the convictions, number one, combined with the second factor that I think supports not letting him out on parole, which is I believe he is a potential danger to society, then he should stay in jail at least for another 4 to 6 years. My hope would be that he would serve closer to half of the 33 years, not on the low end of, 1/4 of the sentence.
Now, why do you believe that O.J. Simpson at 70 still poses a threat to society?
Well, easy answer to that. He got a whole pass of a lifetime by getting an acquittal when we all know that he murdered Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown, okay? He gets a whole pass. He gets second chance at life. And then you would think that in a million years, nobody would do anything to bring in law enforcement or to get in any trouble. He should have spent the rest of his life, reading a magazine at a swimming pool or doing his golf outings. Instead, what does he do? He gets his posse to go into a hotel room with a gun, stick it in somebody's face, threatening to kill them unless he gets things from them. I mean, he's already demonstrated, Doug, that he's capable of harming people after he got off on the 2 murder charges before. So why shouldn't the parole board consider that? They should do their job, and they should consider that.
We're talking about Brian Claypool, attorney and legal analyst. Brian, the prosecutor seems to be leading the charge for parole. What do you make of that?
Yeah, well, here's my thought on that. I think OJ's nickname was the juice. Well, this our entire legal system has been juiced in handling O.J. Simpson. First, he gets a ridiculous trial with a judge that's playing in front of the cameras and the race card they played in that case. There's a mountain of physical and forensic evidence that clearly showed that O.J. killed Ron and Nicole. He gets off on that, and then he commits 5 felony felonies. He gets convicted. He gets sentenced to 9 to 33 years, and now our system's failing again. It's all juiced in his favor. They're letting him out on the low end of 33 years. Why? Because, the Nevada Parole Board doesn't like all of the publicity. I mean, they issued a statement, Doug, a couple of days ago, which shows that, in my opinion, they have a conflict of interest now. They're sending out statements like, look, we just want to get this over with. We're going to issue a decision right after the parole hearing so we don't have to deal with the media anymore. They're more worried about getting rid of O.J. and carrying out justice.
Yeah, it is. The whole process is peculiar. And by the way, how intrusive into the parole board's life can this be? It's not like people are camped out there for the last 9 years. When it makes the headlines, then people come in for a day to cover the story, and then they go away. I mean, what are they talking about?
Dude, I'm telling you, I get so worked up over this. They're spineless. Exactly. One case in their entire, 200-year history, they get media attention, and they're like, oh, don't come bother us. Why is everybody calling us for media inquiries? I mean, translation is they have all gotten together, and I guarantee you he's going to be paroled, but for the wrong reason. We are, again, powering to OJ, and in my opinion, I'm going to go one step further, Doug. I believe our legal system at this point is facilitating OJ being a sociopath. From the trial to now. He's all smug the other day saying, I'm already planning my golf game when I get out. Well, you tell me what convicted felon is going to be talking like that before a parole hearing. He's so convinced he's going to be out because he's got all his guards in that jail and all his parole members footwings.
All right. Listen, Brian, thanks so much. Appreciate you coming on with us.
You bet.
Brian Claypool, we could use a better phone there, but it is 8:44, dependable KBC traffic.